Institute of Food Science and Technology, UPLB. I will be your lead facilitator for this morning. And with our team joining us today is Dr. Jocelyn Sarate. Ma'am Joy, please introduce yourself po.
Good morning po. I'm Joy Sarate from Biotech UPLB. Thank you for coming to track 5.
Okay, so we also have our 2 documenters. So Mr. Tad Lawas and Mr. Edison Avila, and Sir Jamie Kabambang and Charis, who will be helping us with our communication link. So with the permission of everyone, we will be recording the session for today so we can truly capture po the different views that you will be sharing with us for this particular session. So again, good morning and welcome to Action Track 5, Building Resilient Communities. So we have 20 participants in this breakout room. So may I just say po lang the house rules before we start. So each of you will be given at least 1 to 2 minutes to talk about certain issues that we will ask you for today. And kindly keep your mic muted po to allow the other participants to say their piece for certain issues. And please raise your hands if you want to give additional information or additional comments to the issues that we are talking about. So from here on po, can I request some of the participants to please introduce themselves briefly po. So state your name and your affiliation po. So I will start po with those that I clockwise from those that I see from my screen. So let me start po with Mr. Henry Binahon. Sir, please introduce yourself po.
Hello. How's my audio?
Okay po, sir.
Hello, good morning.
Okay po.
Yeah. Good morning sa lahat. I'm Mr. Henry Binahon. I'm from Bukidnon, Mindanao. I'm the president and CEO of the Binahon Agroforestry Farm, and I'm also affiliated with the Land Care Foundation of the Philippines Incorporated. So working with conservation and practitioner of organic farming, farmer by profession. Thank you. Good morning.
Okay, thank you, Sir Henry. Can I move on to Miss Cristina Alvarez? Ma'am, the floor is yours po.
Good morning. I'm Maria Cristina Alvarez po. I'm from UP Los Baños. I'm a researcher. I've been engaged with
Okay, sorry po for we have a technical issue. So thank you, Ma'am Christina. So we heard you. So you're from UPLB and you're a researcher in UPLB. So can I move on to Miss Ma'am Catherine? So to continue po with the introduction.
Good morning, everyone.
Yes,
sorry, I cannot turn on my video. I'm not allowed by that. I'm Catherine De Luna from UP Los Baños. In terms of promoting organic agriculture, I've been doing like extension programs for all the farmers in the Philippines. And nice to see familiar faces in the room right now. Good morning.
Okay. Thank you, Ma'am Catherine. So can I move on to Mr. Miguel Huico? Did I say your name correctly, Sir Miguel?
Yes, you did. So hi, everyone. I'm Miguel. I'm the managing director of the PCCI Innovation Center. So what we're generally doing is trying to upskill the Filipino, right? In terms of, technology, whether that be agricultural or hardware-based for tech. We're open to all ways for improving skill sets of the Filipino and the tools and technology they have at their disposal. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Sir Miguel. May I call on now Miss Riala May? Okay. Go ahead, Ma'am Riala.
Hello, good morning, everyone. I'm coming from Cebu City. I am the Chief Operating Officer of the Raman Aboitiz Foundation Incorporated. We have programs supporting farmers, both in terms of their livelihood as well for their main livelihood, supporting and providing purposes as well as supplemental income. But at the same time, we also have programs that are focused on native tree growing, and that is with partnership with all of our local farmers. And hopefully, with our microfinance program, we also hope to provide them the value chain support necessary to ensure that we can support our farmers from farm to market. Thank you.
Nakamute ka.
Sorry po. Ma'am Eunice, go ahead po. Please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, good morning. I'm Miss Irish Garcia. I'm the Publicity Director for Anahaw, Laguna. So it's a provincial youth organization that's actually focused on helping our farmers with the Crop to Crop initiative as well and building resilient food systems as well. So ayun, good morning.
Thank you, Ma'am Eunice. Now, can I move on to who else haven't I? Sir Richard Tambalo.
Good morning, everyone. Hello, good morning. I'm Richard D. Tabalo. Hello. Do you hear me?
Go ahead po, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm Richard Tambalo from Biotech UPLB. I'm a member of the environment program of Biotech. So I'm sort of promoting biofertilizers in the rural areas. Thank you.
Thank you po, Sir Richard. Now, may I hear from Sir Julius Cesar? Sir, go ahead po. Please introduce yourself.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Julio Cesar Amoyen po from the College of Agriculture of Don Mariano Marcos Memorial State University here in La Union. Good morning po.
Okay. Thank you, Sir Julius. Now, can I move on to Mr. Vincent Mendoza? Sir, please introduce yourself po. Sir Vincent, are you there po?
Yeah, good morning po.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Vincent Mendoza from Mindoro. So from Farm Advocacy, we do contract growing with farmers, hoping to convert them from conventional rice growers to sustainable rice growers and eventually to certified organic rice growers. Salamat po.
Okay, thank you, Sir Vincent. So, Mr. Bernardo, sir, can I hear from you?
Hi ma'am, good morning po sa inyong lahat. I'm Bernardo Camano Jr. I'm representing Filipina Shell Foundation based here in Shell Training Center, Pililla, Rizal. So we are also advocacy on organic agriculture also.
Okay, thank you, Sir Bernardo. Now, can I hear from actually, he's using the the account of Ma'am Carla Santos. Sir, go ahead po. Please introduce yourself. Sir, please unmute yourself po. Paki-unmute po yung mic.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. Sorry for using my boss
account, which is PRM.
Okay.
I am Charlie, but I
Okay.
am authorized to use the account. I am Charlie Razo from the Philippine Rural Reconstruction Movement, and I'm currently based in Silang, Cavite, working on sustainable agriculture. We have a farm that is an organic, diversified, integrated farm in Silang, Cavite, and I've been working with PRM for almost 15 years, doing organic agriculture and also disaster risk reduction and management. So this is, I think, fit for me to help in doing more resilient communities. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you po for joining us. So now, who else have? Okay, Sir Damaso, Mr. Damaso Liwanag, can we hear from you, sir? Mr. Damaso Liwanag, are you there po? Okay, so we will come back to Sir Liwanag later. Ma'am Caitlin Katakutan, can we hear from you po?
Good morning po to everyone. Kay Katakutan po, representing Department of Science and Technology, Regional Office number 3 here in Pampanga po. Good morning po again.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Caitlin. Thank you for joining us. Pwede ko po bang marinig si Ma'am Maria Eugenita? Ma'am, I don't know. Pwede po nickname niyo po. Ma'am Maria Eugenita? Hello, ma'am? Would you care to introduce yourself lang po?
Okay, good morning everyone. I'm Maria Eugenita Capascetti. Marinig po ba ako, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead po.
Okay. I'm Maria Eugenita Capascetti, a retired government employee. And now, I am a full-time manager, owner of the Eco-Cup Organic Farm in Leon, province of Iloilo. Salamat po.
Ayan, maraming salamat po, ma'am. So, who else I haven't called? Mr. Edelberto, sir? Go
yes,
ahead
ma'am.
po.
Good morning po. Mr. Edong Magpaya po from Filipina Shell Foundation Incorporated. Handle the program of Turismo at Negosyo Dulot ng Ingat Kalikasan. Well, it's more on tourism, conservation, and agriculture po. Thank you po.
Okay, thank you, Sir Edu. So we have 35 participants in this session. So who else I haven't called? Okay. Ma'am Christine Rebustre, please go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, good morning, everyone. I'm Christine Rebustre. I'm actually connected with the Department of Education from Cabancalan City. I'm from Hinaponan Integrated School. Okay, nice to meet you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. Sir Junie Limsan, can we hear from you, sir?
Yes, hello, good morning. I'm Junil Limsan from the Bureau of Agriculture and Fisheries Standards of the Department of Agriculture.
Okay, so from BAPS, we have, thank you, Sir Junie. Next, can we hear from Sir Gletzer?
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. C. Malibiran from, sorry po, didn't turn on my video. I'm Dr. C. Malibiran from Science Research Specialist 2 of Occidental Mindoro Provincial Science and Technology Center of the DOST Mimaropa. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, who else I haven't called? Session 5 groups, please help me if I miss anyone.
Ako, ma'am.
Well, Sir Damaso, yes, sir. Ayan. We missed you earlier. Apo.
Good morning po. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning po sa inyong lahat. Damaso Liwanag po, Organic Agriculture Consultant ng Victory Global. Manufacturer po ng third-party organic certified product. At tumutulong na pasa ng teknolohiya, mga makabagong teknolohiya, updated na teknolohiya sa magsasaka para tumaas ang ani at bumaba ang gastusin sa produksyon ng pagpapalay, pagmamais, pag-alaga ng hayop at paggugulayan. Kasama na rin po yung organic urban agriculture.
Ayan, maraming salamat po Sir Damaso. So, who else? Okay. Ma'am Carla Santos is actually here. Ma'am, sige, go ahead po.
Magandang umaga po sa
Are
lahat.
you ready?
Magandang
Yes,
umaga
Ma'am
po sa lahat. Kasama ko po si Charlie sa Philippine Rural Reconstruction Movement. We work with rural associations, small farmers, coconut farmers, women, youth, para po sa pagsulong ng food security system, sustainable agriculture, and social entrepreneurship. Maraming pong salamat.
Okay, so maraming salamat po. So, I hope I was able to call on everyone, but in case I did not, feel free po to introduce yourself later because in the interest of time, you want to go ahead with the objective of this session, which is to discuss issues and challenges in building resilient communities po. May I request Sir Tad or Edison to please share the screen so we can work on our Jamboard for this session. So, okay. So can we move on to the next slide, sir? Who's sharing ba? Edison, yan. Okay. So for today po, so you see, lahat po, nakikita nyo po ba yung lahat yung screen ninyo? Nakita nyo po yung naka-flash screen? Okay. So thank you po for acknowledging. So we have here some images of the issues or some disruptors that are related to building resilient communities. So in the food system, under this particular track, our goal is actually to identify means and ways and even issues and challenges that are faced by practitioners like you in towards building resilient communities po. And I've heard a lot of good people talking about it already. And what we want to do for this session is hear your actual experiences as practitioners of organic agriculture and the like po, in building resilient communities. So we are not limited to environmental or disaster-related disruptors of that affects the communities, but we can also include conflicts or man-made related po that disasters or conflicts that might affect the resilience of a community or that might affect us from building resilient communities. So, can I move po to the next slide? Okay. So what we are tasked to do this morning is to actually brainstorm on issues or challenges that are related to building resilient communities po. So I encourage everyone to please participate po, and you can raise your hands if you want to say a certain issue or concern or challenges or even root causes of that might disrupt us from building resilient communities. So do I see hands or magtatawag po ba ako ng volunteers? Iba-volunteer ko po ba kayo? Okay, so please feel free to raise your hands po. And team members, can you help me out with facilitating so I can see those people who are raising their hands? Okay. So I see no hands yet. So
Nahihiya pa ho sila, ma'am. Sige po.
nahihiya. Sige po.
Ayan, ma'am. With Miss Ma'am Carla Santos.
Ayan. Sir Charlie, go ahead
yes.
po with your
Good morning.
experience.
Good morning po sa lahat. Siguro I can say that the intensity and frequency of natural disasters is one problem that's we really experience nowadays. Thank you.
Okay po. So that's one of the issue that you think is crucial in building. Yes. Yes,
I think
sir.
one of the challenges that we're facing nowadays is a climate change and global warming. Na-mention ni Sir kanina, but specifically it's a climate change po.
Climate change, okay. So that's related also to the first comment. Okay, so thank you, Sir Edalberto. Sir Henry Binahon, I see you raising your hand, sir. Go ahead po.
Yeah, good morning. I think one of the basic problem why our communities are not resilient in terms of disaster because most of the farming communities in the Philippines have no sustainable way of doing farming and production system. So the farmer themselves have no food. So in terms of what you call in terms of calamities, either natural or man-made. So the small farmers are the most affected sector during calamities because they have no food. And then the technology also coming from the outside are the what we call one of the reason why farmers are farmers particularly in the countryside cannot have no what we call sustainability mechanism because they rely on the what we call the technology and the supply, the supply coming from the outside. Yeah,
Okay, so if if
Ma'am,
I
in
hear it
addition po,
correctly, yes. Sir,
yung
can I just sorry po,
one
Sir
of the elements
Damaso.
that we need for the agriculture sector is the lack of a water irrigation system in some community po.
Okay, sir. Noted, sir. So, can I summarize that? First is there is no sustainability program for our farmers. They have limited access to technology. And third, you mentioned specifically that they don't have access to irrigation system. Am I correct po? Okay, so please
Yes po. Thank you,
documenters.
ma'am.
Okay,
Yes
thank
po.
you. So please documenters, can you put that on our Jamboard po?
Ma'am.
So yes, who is that po?
Damaso liwanag
sir,
po.
Sir Damaso, go ahead po.
Apo, isa po sa nakikita kong hindrance sa resilient na organic agriculture ay palagi ko pong nakikita sa PhilJEP's website yung electronic procurement ng local government unit at saka ng national government. Palaging ipinopost ang fertilizer with synthetic ingredients. Binabaliwala po yung pagpopromote ng organic agriculture products.
Okay, so we do not have enough promotion for organic inputs. Okay, sir, sige po. So, Sir Edison, no irrigation, no access to irrigation system, and not enough promotion of organic inputs. Okay, so I saw Ma'am Riela May. Go ahead po, Ma'am Riela.
Hello, good morning. Yeah, I actually typed, but I am more also on the farmers. I see that our farmers are lack access to money, market, and mentor. Not because they are viewed as being high risk, but I believe because they need training to capacitate them in terms of knowledge on technology, best practices, or even financial literacy. We have to help them be financially literate. At the same time, once they are that, we also need to give them access to money or capital because normally they are taken advantage of because they are not financially literate and they don't also have access to capital. At the same time, we also need to provide them an opportunity to earn supplemental income, especially when their main crops or main livelihood, because it's seasonal, there is also they should also have that opportunity to earn supplemental income. And, one area that I'm looking at is also how can we bring them to the right market chain or the supply chain. Based on experience here in Cebu City, we had the lockdown, we had so many farmers in our Mantalongon, that's the center of our vegetable supplies, that there was really no sector, even the government was not really focused on how we can support the farmers, bridge their their output to the market, and out they're not capacity. So that's also an area where we need to come in and assist our farmers.
Okay po. So basically, Ma'am Riela, what you're saying is that farmers do not have access to capital, to technology, and even to training programs, no po?
Yes, and also
Okay,
to
thank
provide
you.
the proper value chain support.
Okay. So the logistics and the infrastructure for farmers to reach the markets is also absent. Okay, tama po ba? Yan. Okay, thank you, Ma'am
Yes,
Riela.
ma'am. In
Okay.
addition po, hello.
Sorry, sir. Can you who's
Yes. In
talking po?
addition
Ma'am,
po,
sorry.
po,
Okay. Sir
lack of
Edalberto.
awareness,
Okay, lack of
for
awareness.
information education campaign in relation to agriculture, organic agriculture po.
Okay, thank you, sir. Lack of awareness. Can we add that? Okay. So, may I remind again the participants to mute your microphone if you're not talking po or not acknowledged, so we can we can limit the noise inside our session po. And thank you so much. And may I now acknowledge Ma'am Eunice? I saw you raising your hands po.
Ayun po. So, good morning again. So,
Yes.
isa po sa one of the many concerns that I've seen so far in the organic agriculture sector is the rigorous process in, for example, on the certification of our
Okay.
organic farms. And then, ayun, awareness of our general public and their general acceptance of
Okay.
the general public when it comes to organic. Ayun.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am, for your comment. And do I see any more hands? Okay, Sir Richard Tambalo, okay, from the academy, let me hear from you.
Yes, good morning. This actually is an experience in my advocacy for promoting bio organic culture, biofertilizers in the countryside. Okay, one hindrance is the uh, total or minimal education support from the local government for agriculture
Okay.
for the new technologies that we are
Okay.
developing. Okay. Number two would be the farmers' unwillingness to accept these technologies because they believe in their traditional knowledges. Okay. So, and then one issue that has a very big problem in the area of let's say Batangas is the land reform program. It was not
Okay.
completed, so the land ownership is a very big issue. So these are actually tenants that have not yet paid for their land because the land reform
Okay.
has not finished all the documents giving the land to these farmers. So there are still the farmers are anxious, or there's still a question mark with regards to land ownership. Okay, thank you.
Okay po. Thank you. Sir, can I go back on what you mentioned earlier that some farmers are still not accepting organic agriculture farming because they are leaning towards the traditional farming method? Sa tingin niyo
Yes,
po,
ma'am.
from talking to them, ano po kayang reason nila? Bakit po hindi sila nag-organic farming?
The problem with some organic farming is it's still, sabi nila, is labor intensive. So you
Okay.
have to mix. You do composting. You mix the product with the seeds.
Okay.
When
Sige
in
po.
fact, you can always, sa kanila kasi, sa opinion nila, pag meron kang chemical fertilizer, lagay lang ng
Mas
lagay.
madali. Okay.
Mas madali. So,
Mas madali
tapos
buhay.
sasabihin sa'yo, kahit hindi ko lagyan ng abono yan, bubunga yan.
Okay.
Kasi tag-ulan naman, bubunga yan.
Okay po.
Napaka-traditional.
Sige, thank you, sir. No? So,
Yes po.
they are not inclined towards OA because of the labor intensiveness of keeping an organic agriculture farm. Okay. So, do I see any more hands before we move on to the next step of our session?
Ma'am, dagdag lang po kung naipasok na po yung isa sa challenges, yung access to road from farm to market road po.
Okay, so yes, sir.
Access po ng road from farm to market road.
Okay, access to farm to market road. Okay,
yes,
thank you. Thank you, sir, for reiterating that issue. Sir Henry, do you have any additional
Yes.
ano po?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Go ahead
Siguro
po.
incorporating indigenous knowledge system and practices to be more resilient communities and to have sustainable food supply in the community. Indigenous knowledge system.
Okay, thank you, sir. I'm not sure if we captured that, but sir, can you reiterate that in the chat room po so our documenters?
I have already written in the chat box.
Okay, thank you so much everyone. Thank you for your active participation po, no. So please reiterate some issues if our documenters failed to include them in our Jamboard po. So Sir Edison, access to farm to market road. Yes po. Sir Tad.
Yes, ma'am. Ganito lang po. Yung iba po na hindi nakapag-salita na nagre-raise hand, you can write it on the chat box natin. We will take note of this para mapasama po sa ating Jamboard later pag i-consolidate na namin ni Edison yung final. Kasi pag minsan po, syempre po, nagsasalita si...
I think they already acknowledged that, Sir Tad. Kasi nagta-type naman sila sa chat box natin. Thank you so much, everyone. You are helping our team to consolidate all the concerns and issues that you have for this particular topic po, no? So, can we now look at have we all encoded the different issues and challenges po in the Jamboard? Can we make it bigger, Sir Edison, so everybody can see? Any additional concerns po, if ever? So we have tackled from farmer issues, from LG-related issues, and also some issues on implementation, and also from your side as organic agriculture practitioners po, and even issues on disruptors like man-made and natural disasters. So I think we pretty much capture every issue that is related to building resilient communities po. So can we copy this? Can we duplicate the slide, please, so we can move on to the next activity? Yeah. Duplicate to page 3. Yeah. Okay, so what we want to do now is to actually cluster, okay? I-group po natin into different clusters or issues yung mga na-mention nyo po na mga challenges towards building a resilient community po, no? So based on what we talked about this morning, so please okay, so okay, so Edison, so please, he's still making some more inputs. Okay, okay, thank you for some of the inputs. So okay, looking at the issues po that were raised based on your experiences as practitioners po. Okay, Sir Richard Tambalo want to add land ownership of tenant farmers. Please add that, land ownership. Okay. Okay, so have we captured everything? Okay. Okay, I will mention po each of the issue, and then what we're gonna do po as a group is to group them into certain issues which we feel capture the essence of those issues. So when we say minimal support from local government and land reform use, farmers have no capital training programs and technology, no access to irrigation, not enough promotion of organic agriculture, land ownership, everything that is related to the resources of the farmer, can we lump that into one group? So wait, I'll try if I can So Sir Edison, please everyone, if you feel that certain issues belong to certain clusters, so okay. Everything that is related to the farmers, we can lump them into one. Okay, so just group them. So, okay, so there's an additional input from Carla. Sir Edison, can we write the input of Ma'am Carla? If you still want to add more inputs po, please feel free to do that while we're doing the clustering po. So, Sir Edison, can we input the chat of Ma'am Carla? So she said low production, low income of farmers due to climate changing patterns. Low production, low income of farmers due to climate changing patterns, pest droughts, etc. These I think are man-made disasters. Okay. Okay. Let's save that, and then I'm actually looking now at the chat of the different members of the group. So can we add? Okay, can we save that? Changing climate. Yeah, climate patterns. Okay, etc. Pests, etc. Okay. So, okay. Can we add like need of supplemental income? Let's add need of supplemental income. Okay, as well as lack of participatory governance. Okay, meaning we should engage our farmers and women. Okay, they should have a voice in their areas or in their LGUs po. Okay, so everybody can see na po. Okay, so lack of participatory governance. Okay, yeah. Okay, so as it is, please comment po if on the clustering that we will do right now. So, okay po. Thank you, Ma'am Jamie. So we have 20 minutes po to cluster this one. Okay, so Sir Edison, so everything that is related to the farmers, we group in farmer concerns, we cluster into one. And then related to governance or the implementation of the government, let's lump them into one. Okay. And I think that our third issue is related to natural or man-made disruptors. Okay. 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 And then intensity of, what's this? Participatory governments is related to government or issues, and then rigorous rigorous requirements also on government implementation. That's also related to the farmers' concern. Okay. So almost so I don't know if you all agree. Please, you're allowed to speak po. So our major concerns are either related to farmers' concern, implementation on the part of the government, and the third one will be man-made or naturally related disruptors po for organic farming. Okay po. So, may allowed to no. Okay. So Edison, please please circle the three issues that we have identified. So one is farmer related activities. Second is on government support and implementation, and third is on the natural or man-made disruptors po. Okay. Okay, so farmers concern, government support, and can we change na lang the color of the post-it for our clustering so they can easily see? Yan. Okay. Okay, this one is colored. Okay, green, okay. Okay, so does everybody agree with our clustering and the issues? Okay. Okay. Farmers' concern, and then the one in the middle, intensity of natural disasters and climate change, is another one. It's another cluster. Sorry, I couldn't.
Ma'am, sorry. Ano nga po
Yes,
yung
yes.
third cluster?
Yung third po is related to natural or man-made disruptors po.
Thank you po.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so is this okay na po sa inyo? Have we captured everything po from our participants? Okay po ba? Can I see a thumbs up po kung na-capture na po natin lahat yung mga concerns po ninyo, the issues? Okay, so can we... Okay, thank you po, Ma'am Cecil. We have until 10:30 to work on this. So, sige, Sir Edison. Okay. Can we move on to can we copy this? Next slide po. So we move on to the next slide. Okay, so next po. Okay. So please paste or copy or duplicate the different concerns based on the three clustering that we made po. Sir Edison. Okay, so can you just go back to the previous slide and then, yan. Okay, paki-duplicate na lang po ito so we can carry it on to the next. Okay. This is already, clustered. Okay. Okay na? Everyone is so quiet. Do you all agree with the clustering that we did? Okay.
Yes, Doc Lotis, maraming issues concern. Kaya lang we try to knit them together para magkaroon
ng
clean.
Yes po. Okay, so can everyone please look at we color-coded it na lang po instead of like drawing a line or clustering them by drawing a line. We just indicated them by issue po to a different color of the post-it.
Doc Lotis, can we transfer yung low production and low income doon sa farmer concern? Nandito siya katabi ng green.
Ito, yan. Okay. Yan, okay. Anything else po? Yan.
Ito
yes,
naka-yellow po, lack of awareness about organic agri-farmer concern din siya. Yes po, thank you.
Okay, so also there. Okay, thank you po. Okay, so far po, do we agree? Have we clustered everything according to their respective issues or concerns and challenges?
Hello, ma'am, can I,
Yes.
yeah. Siguro balik tayo doon sa action
sir.
track ba? 5, building resilient communities. So,
Opo.
I made to believe that yung discussion natin is doon sa building resilient communities. So
Ay,
gusto
opo.
ko lang idagdag yung sinabi ko kanina na yung indigenous knowledge system and practices ba?
Ay, okay po.
Dapat masali yun sa resilient communities because our ancestors before have technologies, no, before the introduction of modern agriculture to our country. Our ancestors have survived for millennium. So
Okay
that's
po.
a good reference. Their practices, the indigenous knowledge system and practices is a good reference in building resilient communities.
Okay, sir, can we include that in the farmer's concern?
Yeah,
Apo.
it's beyond the farmer. Yeah, maybe it's a
Apo.
farmer concern, no, but it's not on the present farmer practice, but it's a practice and it's an indigenous knowledge systems and practices, no, incorporating it to the farming system. So it could be incorporated in the cluster of the farmer.
Okay.
Salamat.
Sige, sir. Thank you po. So, Sir Edison, paki-include that indigenous farming practices.
Kuan siguro, indigenous knowledge system and practices.
Sorry. Okay,
Knowledge
indigenous.
systems and practices.
Okay po.
Because farming is just one part of the indigenous knowledge system. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for correcting. Indigenous knowledge
systems and
systems. Okay.
And practices.
Okay. Indigenous knowledge systems and practices.
Yep.
Hello, ma'am. May tanong
Okay,
lang po.
thank you. Yes, Sir Damaso, is that you po?
Yes, ma'am. May tanong po sana.
Opo.
Kung po ba incorporate yung environmental education kasi based po sa our experience natin, yung kakulangan po ng environmental education kasi we believe that soil, water, and food are interconnected. So magandang mabigyan din po sila sana ng orientation about basic ecology to embrace the importance of environment sa pinagkakitaan po natin. Kasi lahat naman to galing sa kalikasan. Thank you po.
Okay, sir. Sige. Thank you, sir. That's another one.
Hello, ma'am.
Sir Edison?
Ma'am,
Sorry. Sir, input lang namin yung sinabi ni Sir Damaso, no? On knowledge.
Hindi pa, wala pa po.
Ay, sorry, sir. Okay. Sir? Yes po.
Opo. Isa po dun sa nakita kong concern ng magsasaka ay napakataas ang cost ng pagpapacertify ng organic agriculture input dito sa ating bansa. So yung ordinaryo magsasaka hindi kakayanin yung presyo na sinisingil ng third-party certifier. So sa pagpasa ng bagong batas, yung Republic Act 11511, yung participatory guarantee system o yung tinatawag po na second party organic guaranteed certification, wala pa pong malinaw na pinakitang palangkas ang ating pamahalaan. Pero sa international scenario, ang International Federations of Organic Agriculture Movements, pag ikaw ay nagpa-practice ng second party organic guaranteed certification, ito po ay napakamura at kayang-kaya ng mga magsasakang Pilipino. Pag ikaw ay gumamit ng organic agriculture product at yung iyong ani ay ise-certify as second party or guaranteed organic or safe food. Salamat po.
Okay. Thank you po for Thank you po for bringing that up, Sir Damaso po. Okay. So we will include high cost of organic agriculture certification, and probably po later meron po tayo, I think that's more related to the second session po, which is on the ambitious goals po. Pwede natin ilagay yan na on the implementation of the organic agriculture law po, sana mapababa yung cost ng certification for organic agriculture inputs.
Ma'am, ako po yung nagpuan before
Ay,
Sir
sorry.
Damaso.
Ay, opo, Sir Hidel. Okay
si
po,
Mr. Magpayo po.
Opo. Sorry, sir. Sige po.
Opo, yung environmental education.
Environmental education. Okay,
yes po.
sir.
Kailangan po talaga ng marami yan. Thank you po.
Okay, thank you. So, ayan. Na-input na ba natin lahat? Okay. Okay, thank you so much po for all your inputs. Napaka-productive ng ating discussion po. Okay, so what we need to do next is, okay, Sir Edison, have we already? Okay. Yan, okay. So
Ma'am
we have
Dosa,
already,
meron po
yes.
sa chat box kung pwede nyo rin ma-read.
Meron pa?
Yes po, may mga nakalagay dito from ako na ho ba magbabasa, ma'am?
Ay, sir, paki-input na rin sa Jamboard.
Yes,
Okay.
so hindi na babasahin to, okay na to.
Ayan, input natin sa Jamboard. Okay.
Sige, thank you.
Okay, so I think that is, in general, that is just asking more government support for our farmers, if I capture it correctly. Ayan. Okay po. So, yan.
Hello, Lot.
Yes, sir. Go ahead po.
Yeah, I'm not sure, kasi we're now in clustering. I'm not sure if it's still related. But I think, kasi we only have 3 clusters here, but I think there should be another cluster that would represent the consumers. Kasi without the consumers, the farming community would not exist. So, I don't know, in terms of availability or making it affordable, the product, make it affordable for the consumer. So,
okay, that's a valid point, sir. Okay po. So another issue is from the side of the consumer. Okay. So thank you, Ma'am Junie. Market concerns. Okay. Let's include that. And consumer concerns. So from the standpoint of those who buy, okay, produce from these farms. Okay. So under this consumer concerns, do you have anything in mind po that might be of importance in building resilient communities? So, Ma'am Eunice, sorry.
Yes po. Ayun. Relate ko lang din po dun sa sinabi kanina ni Sir Juni when it comes to consumer concerns. Ano po? Yung proper labeling din po between natural and organic. Ayun.
Okay.
Kasi it could be also misleading to our consumers as well.
Okay. So can we add that, Sir Edison, proper labeling? Okay. So a distinction between organically produced and traditionally produced agricultural crops. Okay. Next, I saw Sir Charlie. Go ahead po.
Yes, idagdag ko rin din po sa itong bagong clustering natin when it comes to consumerism. Siguro yung mataas na presyo ng ating we are promoting organic, go organic, but ang problema, mataas ang price ng ating organic products compared to local products sa market. So siguro yun ang paano natin siya itatapat para siya ay magamit o available sa ating mga consumidores. So yun po, the high price of our organic products.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sir Charlie. Sir Edison, please include that. So comparatively higher price of organic agriculture produce, okay, compared to those that are present in the market. Okay. So anything else po on the recent cluster that we added po? So okay na po tayo dito sa ating clustering. Okay. Okay, there's an additional comment from Ma'am Joy and Sir Vincent. Okay, so yeah, I agree with this that we should recognize, okay, the value added to a certain product. So we can put a higher price on it.
Ma'am, can I comment?
Yes,
can I comment?
Yes po. Sir Henry, go ahead po.
Yeah, just to comment the clustering ba, to be more logical, logical. So siguro iuna natin yung first cluster will be the farmer and the producing communities, the food producing communities.
Okay
Then
po.
last doon sa sa consumer, no? Kasi yes, ma'am.
Okay po, sir. Sige po.
To be more logical ba, para yung presentation natin sa arrangement, nagsimula doon building resilient communities. So, ang una is the farmer, the producing communities. And then pinakahuli doon is the market and the consumer. So, dito sa to, intervention, the government support, government intervention, at saka pwede rin ilagay natin si medyo sa gitna or sa gitna yung mga natural at saka man-made disaster. So para sa presentation natin mamaya, parang may logical arrangement yung presentation natin. So we start from the farmer and the producer communities, then end up to the market and what we call the consumer. Dito sa mga interplay, government support and other factors. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you po. Noted, sir. We are just doing this particular way just to collect all of your inputs po. Later po, we will organize it in such a way that's more logical. Thank you po for your comments, Sir Henry. Okay. So, I guess we have enough, okay, issues and challenges na po, okay? Okay, so we can move on to the next activity. Okay, so keeping in mind all the different challenges po that we have, can we put the major headings here? Sir Edison, yung government support, para lang maalala nila. The major, the headings for the different challenges. Okay, so we have like government support, we have, of course, we will present it in a way that was suggested by Sir Henry. Okay, so we have farmers' concern at the end of the story, and then the consumer's concern at the other end of the story. Okay po. Okay. Captured. And then next is farmers' consumer concern. Okay po. So feel free po to comment while we're writing down the different challenges. Okay. So now we actually have 4 clustering na po ng ating mga issues and challenges. Okay, can we retain the color coding from the previous slide, Sir Edison? So farmers' concern is yellow, consumers is pink, then orange and green. Okay. Okay, thank you. So yung farmers' concern is yellow. Government support is green. There. Okay. Right. Okay, farmers concern yellow. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so can we put them in the respective circles? So we have challenge 1, challenge 2, challenge 3, and 4. Okay. Okay, so okay na po to sa inyo. So we have summarized the different issues and concerns into 4 clustered challenges na babalikan po natin mamaya isa-isa. Okay. And then the next activity po. Okay. Now that we have noted the different challenges po that you are facing. What I want to hear from you now are different, the different ideas, okay, that you wanted to do for us to be able to overcome those challenges po. Okay, so can I hear from anyone? Are there any ideas na ito yung ideal situation sana na gusto ninyong mangyari? Okay po. So, ang challenge 1 natin, we have the government issues. So, and then we have the farmers' issues. And then the third one is natural and man-made disruptors. The fourth one would be the consumer or market trends. So any ambitious idea that you want to do as practitioners po in order for us to build resilient communities?
I don't know, ma'am, kung it's included,
yes,
ano, as one of the component strategy. Itong, as I mentioned earlier, it's more on environmental education, like dissemination using IEC para ma-strengthen yung capacity nila at mas tumaas yung awareness nila sa kahalagahan ng environment para ma-protection ng din kasi we're using environment dun sa ating food production para sa So yun po siguro yung IEC campaign mapaigting din.
Okay po. So increase awareness for environmental concern. Can we put that, Sir Edison? Increase awareness for environmental concerns. Tapos ang action plan is preparation of IEC materials.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you po.
Thank you. Okay. So Ma'am Riela said not just awareness but campaign. Okay. So increase environmental concern.
Yes po, kaya
dissemination.
Parang increase in information education campaign tapos open close parenthesis yung environment.
Okay. So Sir Edison, can we put that? Okay,
yes,
so
information, education, communication, open close IEC campaign. IEC campaign po.
Increase IEC campaign related to environment. Yan.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, so Ma'am Carla Santos, yes ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, thank you po. Siguro sa challenge number 3 with regards to occurrence of natural and human intervention disasters, siguro effective implementation of the existing law on disaster risk reduction, community participation, parang ganon. Kasi dahil siya ay bagong batas at kailangan siyang i-implement ng maigi para maging safe, maging prepared ang community sa mga susunod na hazard na darating sa kanila. So effective implementation of RA 10121.
Okay, effective implementation.
Yes.
Of RA 181.
10121.
10121. Sorry.
Yes po, yes po. Thank
okay,
you po.
Thank you. Okay. Any other ambitious idea po to help us, overcome those challenges? So I see more hands.
Sorry, ma'am.
Yes po. Ma'am Cecil. Yes, Ma'am Cecil.
Yes po. As a market concern, ma'am, I think strengthening yung market linkages for our organic farmers.
Okay.
So, strengthening the market linkages. In doing so, I think nas-establish yung parang formation ng mga farmers organization. So,
okay, thank you. Strengthening market linkages
for organic farmers or producers.
For organic farmers or producers. Okay, thank you. Remember everyone, these ideas will answer the different challenges that you have stated earlier on. So kung meron po kayong idea kung paano natin maiibsan yung issues and challenges na pinopose natin kanina, this is the time for you to voice your ideas.
How about ma'am yung yung community empowerment by conducting several capability building related dun sa mga issues and concern?
Okay, sir. Noted, sir. We are writing it down. Community empowerment. Thank you so much. And then who else? So many people are raising their hands. Wait. Can I start with Sir Henry? Sir, go ahead for your ambitious idea.
Siguro creating a system from producer to production to consumption. Production to consumption pattern.
Okay, so that's
connecting the production to consumption, no?
Okay, consumer. Sir. Thank you so much for that's related to logistics and infrastructure. Okay, from farm to market. Tama ba ako, sir?
Production to consumption.
Okay, from production to consumption.
How about ma'am yung yung networking and partnership capacity ng grupo? Kailangan mas strengthen din natin, especially sa mga private sector or sa mga nine-network nilang group for food.
Okay, enhanced networking.
Networking and partnership.
And partnership. Okay. That will come into very important role, sir, later on towards the end of our session.
Thank you po.
Please stay on po. Yung networking, we will be needing your pledges later on po para dito sa partnership po. Yan. Okay, any other po? I think, ma'am, there are so many things in the chat box. Sir Edison, please include them please encode them po. And let me just give some time po for Sir Edison to include everything that Sir Edison. There are so many things po in the chat box, so please take note of everything po na nasa chat box. Okay po.
Yes, ma'am. Tutulungan na lang kami ni Edison dito.
Sir Tad, please input everything. Lahat po ng sinabi ng ating mga stakeholders po. Please take note of them. Make sure that everybody's voice is heard po. Okay. Thank you so much for those who are inputting in the chat box. And for those who are still raising their hands, yes, Sir Vincent, are you still raising your hand po?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Sir Vincent.
This is regarding the concern earlier about the easiness of using certified organic farm inputs. Kasi karamihan po sa atin ngayon, we are promoting yung concoction, yung magyayadyad ng mga raw materials. And if we are really to convince the majority of farmers na sanay na instant yung application, then I think we need to embrace the use of certified organic farm inputs na registered na naman sa BAP, no? For commercial use. In other words, we need to promote the use of certified organic commercially available farm inputs in the same manner that big multinational companies, agrochemical companies, are promoting it. So if we need to conduct farmers meeting, conduct promotional activities, libreng t-shirts, I think we need to do that kasi we are competing with multinationals. So yun lang po.
Okay, thank you, Sir Vincent. Noted po. Okay, on that. So maybe my question about that is, how do we encourage everyone to engage in the certification program of the government for organic farm inputs? Siguro kailangan po natin pag-isipan yon. Paano natin mas maiengganyo yung mga farmers natin?
Opo, Ma'am Lolit, I'm referring to the certified organic farm inputs that have already been registered with BAPs. We are not maximizing it. We are not
okay, that's a good point, sir.
To convince farmers na meron na po ditong available. I-apply nyo na lang.
Okay, sir. So, dapat may, okay, so, baga all out sa promotion ng existing certified organic inputs na po. Ano? Kasi medyo hindi ganun kalakas yung promotion compared dun sa mga traditional. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for bringing that out.
Correct, kasi ang pinopromote ko kasi natin lagi, lalo na yung mga natural farming, mag-yadyad, mag-ferment, mag-ganon. Hindi ho lahat ng farmer willing gawin yan eh.
Opo. So we let them know that there are already more convenient ways of doing organic farming through this certified agricultural inputs na po. Yun. Hindi na nila kailangan, hindi na ganun kalaborious for them. Oo.
Correct po.
Yan. Thank you, sir. I see more hands. Ma'am Eunice, anything else po we have 1 minute to wrap up our discussion, guys. Okay, Ma'am Eunice, go ahead po.
Ayun, siguro yes pa, apo. Madagdag ko lang din po siguro dun sa kind ng changing of mindset ng ating mga organic farmers, no? When it comes to what the previous Sir Vincent told earlier po. Siguro mahalaga din ma-change din yung mindset ng ating consumers when it comes to organic products as well. Ayun. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Valid point. Very valid. So that's very difficult to do as a matter of fact.
Yes,
Okay po. Okay.
Thank
So
you.
thank you so much po for all your input. We are now being called to go back the session. Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng mga inputs po ninyo. And we will arrange everything po for the presentation po. A little later po. Marami pong salamat talaga. So, thank you so much everyone. You may opt